Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Jay here from Faith Evolved, and I am now officially home. Well, as home as I can possibly be, living on planet Earth, but this is now where I currently abide on planet Urantia. Yes, folks, home away from home, although we are at home, as A Course in Miracles says. We never left heaven. This is just a very tiny simulation in a small pocket of an expanding quadrant of heaven. And I still got my fig tree here. It's going strong. I gotta water it today, but this fig tree is very symbolic for me because my grandfather gave it to me. He gave me a snip off of his fig tree, and I put it into a pot. It sprouted and started growing, and I, kept it watered and kept putting it into bigger and bigger pots. Now it's probably almost pot bound at this point, this pot here. But when I moved to Virginia Beach a couple years ago, 3 years ago now, wow, time flies. I remember having this, bringing this down with me from Massachusetts, where I had it for probably like 2 or 3 years prior. And I was going through such a terrible depression, terrible anxiety that this thing just sat there outside, and it was starting to wither away. And I felt like I was starting to wither away too. And I just happened to walk past it one day and saw it, all the leaves wilted, and the figs are still on it, but it was pretty wilted. And I said, you know what, I'm going to water it, and I want to bring it back to life. And that was kind of symbolic for me, bringing myself back to life. So what's awesome is, after I watered it and started taking care of it again, it came back to life. And not only that, the figs ripened and they tasted delicious. And that gave me hope that, no matter how far down, how bad things get, as long as you get back up before it's too late, you can still turn out great. Because now here I am 3 years later. I almost checked myself into a mega hospital. Say hi, Bear. And could barely hold on. I was going through the worst crisis I could possibly imagine. But I fought hard. God gave me a way through. And now I'm a homeowner, just like I was before. One of the first things I did when I moved in here, bought myself some pallets, $5 a piece, cut them in half, got some decking screws, screwed it together, got some landscaping fabric, put it there, stapled it in, filled it with some soil. The soil is actually the most expensive part. And I hooked it up with some seeds and a couple tomato seedlings. But yeah, so far it's only about maybe like 8 or 9 days in. It's already doing pretty good. Got a little spot back here, which is nice. A little screened in patio. I'll be out here quite a bit, thinking, meditating, pondering. Hopefully not ruminating. I got about a 1/4 acre. Pretty happy with it. It's in a cul-de-sac. And yeah, pretty content, even though I bought this place at the top of the market. I wouldn't be surprised if I go a little underwater for a while as the economy is tanking at the moment. But I'm not worried about it, because in the end, this is just a material possession. And I don't even really own it. The bank owns it for 30 years, maybe less, if I put more towards principal than the minimum. But might as well do a little tour while we're doing this video. This room here is where I'm going to be doing a lot of meditation. And actually one of my uncle's neighbors hooked me up with these couches. I'm very thankful and grateful for that. This is going to be a jam/family room. We've been doing lots of recording and jamming and all around fun times in here. Got a little alley kitchen here. Got a kitchenette. This is my garage right here. Very happy that it's an automatic door opener. And this is a nice little spot to get some home improvement projects going. Still got some organizing to do, but it gets pretty hot in here. Alexa, turn the fan on. Yeah, I'm a nerd. I already got my security system set up. Alexa, trigger garage door. Yep, I love those home automation things. Alexa, turn the fan off. No need for a waste of electricity. And you can tell it's just barely moved into. I don't have too much furniture, especially in the bedrooms, but I got my love seat at least. And this, you can tell the people who lived here before loved fans, because there's like a fan in almost every single room here. There's a guest bedroom here. Bathroom. And this is where all the magic's going to happen with work / Faith Evolve videos, personal videos, music videos, funny videos, whatever I want to do on my YouTube channel. And this is eventually going to be an extra spare bedroom too, bedroom / office. And here we go again with another unmade bed, because, you know, we don't make beds in 2022 anymore. And now, that's not the only telltale sign. This is a bachelor pad, essentially, a glorified bachelor pad. Notice anything else missing in here? Yeah, if you can tell what's missing, put it in the comments. But I'm pretty happy with this huge bedroom. I love the little wall mural or picture, you know, of the forest, whatever you want to call it. It was one of the things that made me want to buy the place. Hello, extra bathroom in here too. So yeah, I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty psyched. I want to thank everybody that's been with me for the past 3 years. You guys, your prayers, your blessings, your thoughts, your good energy has kept me going. And I'm, also, honored to be able to help other people that have been struggling as well. I still have people reach out to me from time to time with struggles with OCD or sensory motor OCD specifically. And it's definitely an honor to help people with that. It's one of the reasons this channel is still going. And I still get new subscribers. That and my Urantia book folks as well. They're always watching my video, especially my very first video, or second video technically. My first video about the Urantia book is still the most popular video on this channel. So I want to thank those folks for subscribing. I still have things I want to do. It's just a matter of, setting that time aside and prioritizing it. And I already have like another episode planned. Just got to sit down and do it. It's another one of my Questions for Atheist series videos. Maybe I'll do it today if I'm feeling inspired. That's the thing. I need to feel inspired sometimes. I need to feel like, I have the motivation to do it. I know sometimes you can't go just off that, because if you just have to wait until every time you're inspired, then things will never get done, right? So anyways, just wanted to show you guys the place here I've been blessed with. And yes, I know they always say, it's not all about everything that you have. It's not about material possessions. But I think one thing we miss out on is not that, God is telling us that we can't have these material possessions. It's that these material possessions aren't the end-all be-all. They're a blessing, but I notice a lot of times I wish I had someone to share it with. Maybe a female partner, for example. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. No, any ladies out there? No. I just remember my ex, who are still friends. She would tell me that many times coming home felt depressing because she was all alone. Felt like she was coming home to a dungeon or a prison. And, I've talked to other people that have similar feelings where they feel like their home just doesn't feel like a home. Yet, when they meet someone, like when my ex met her now ex-fiance after me, she said that it felt different. It felt like a home. She started putting pictures up and doing landscaping and cleaning the house more. It just felt more homey, because home is not just the physical place you live in. Yeah, I like this place. It's got a pretty decent layout, pretty decent size. It's great for me. I love the screened-in patio. You know, I love my little raised bed gardens and my quarter acre and all that stuff. It's great, you know, but I would like to have someone to share it with. And I know that eventually I will. And I know that, you know, when it comes to like having people over, you know, I might get good vibes, not because of the house, but because I'm sharing the house with somebody, because I'm sharing my belongings with someone. So if you think about it, if you really, really think about the possessions that you have, maybe you have a beautiful Mustang or something, or you have a, you know, a boat, you know, that you can take out on the ocean and, you know, just go 80 miles an hour or whatever the case may be. You have, you know, something that's worth a lot of money and that you're proud of, that you worked hard for. But notice how once you get it, the novelty wears off, you know? It's like, eh. You know, then there'll be people that will tell you, because it's not all about what you have. You know, these material possessions, you know, they're worthless. And in the end, yes, they are worthless. They only have the worth that we give to it. You know, someone could come around and say this house is worth $1 million because they just love everything about it. It gives them great vibes, but the market says it's worth a third of that. So it's only worth what someone's willing to pay. What someone's, you know, sometimes emotion goes into it, but most of the time is logic, market, statistics, and all that stuff that goes into things. But the point is that you'll notice that it only really feels good, like you can have your cake and eat it too, when you share it with someone, you know? And that's why I love A Course in Miracles, because it says, you know, there is no sacrifice, right? You don't have to sacrifice your dreams, you know, or sacrifice, you know, your sins, or whatever the case may be. Your sins being, you know, maybe material things, or simple little pleasures, or carnal things, you know, lusty things, you know. You don't have to sacrifice all that. What God's trying to say, or Jesus is trying to say, is it's not just about that. You know, you're settling for crumbs when you can have a whole cake and eat it too. That being sharing it with someone. And again, the Course in Miracles says you can't lose anything by, like, for example, an idea. If you have an idea, say, for example, the idea to cure cancer, and you share that idea with somebody, okay? Did you lose that idea by completely giving that idea to somebody else? No, you've expanded that idea. You've not only do you still get to keep that, but now another person has it and they can share it with somebody else, and that expands. That idea keeps expanding infinitely to any new person that gains that information. And that's how I believe God operates. That's how I believe love operates. So notice you'll always feel better if you're playing a song that you love and someone else comes along next to you, beside you, and listens to it as well and enjoys that song with you. Now you're not alone in that experience. Someone else other than you was able to enjoy that experience with you, that song with you. And it makes you feel even better. Because now you're not alone. Now you're not the only one that feels like, oh, I like the song. Nobody else does. You know? So I know I'm kind of rambling, but I'm going to enjoy this house. I'm going to be grateful for it, but know that it's not just about this house. That it's meant to be shared. And I will definitely be having people over, having barbecues and cookouts, and I'm going to get a hot tub at some point. Eventually, I will have a partner that I can share it with as well and make it feel like a home. Not because it itself makes me feel like a home, but because I'm sharing it with somebody else, because I'm living life with somebody else. So you can have both as long as the priorities are straight. Seek first the kingdom, and all else will be given to you. Means that if you seek first to be fulfilled in yourself, and then, of course, share it with other people, then all the other things around you, like material possessions, they'll just be a bonus, an added bonus, icing on the cake. And then you won't have to feel guilty, like, like have almost like a survivor's guilt kind of feeling. But instead of survivor's guilt, you have this guilt of, you have a bunch of possessions that you don't deserve or something like that. When you're sharing it with somebody else, you don't have to question whether you deserve it or not at that point. So, all right, guys, thank you for watching. I will see you guys soon and have some official new content shortly. God bless.